Muscle gain. What else could be involved in muscle gain? A lack of muscle gain.
Testosterone, so we can take testes.
Correct. What else?
And doctor, I forgot to tell you, I did have a trauma to my right testicle.
Yeah. Your testicles testing now. Positive balance. What else is muscle gain?
Go into
You, internist here. Help
Creatinine.
us out.
Creatinine.
Don't forget it, creatinine. Creatinine you live for holistic seminars.
Protein something.
No, protein we're addressing. Yeah, more absorption. What else? I think I'll give you a few hormone. What else?
Pituitary.
Huh?
Pituitary.
Correct. Growth hormone.
oh yeah, correct.
So testes, we're checking it on trauma, first layer, no. Trauma. Okay. First layer of testes, mercury. Okay. So we have to see if we have to give them, okay, effective potency is testes 360X. Does he need mercury with it? No. As a rule, come to think of what I told you yesterday. See, look at robust constitutions. Okay, he has robust constitution. Right? But again, you can destroy any constitution. You can destroy any machine. Right? If you poison robust constitution, real good, it's gonna go downhill and die sooner than someone's chronic constitution. For example, like this doctor I showed you yesterday on myself, I don't have very robust constitution, not nearly his size of organs. Okay, and the other constitution is born kind of deficient, not perfect. See, has a good lifestyle and has good, you see, it's good medical care. It lives forever, and the robust goes downhill. Okay, in the meantime. And get destroyed early in life. So with them, looks like you don't have to use this mercury isodes, lead isodes, maybe not even too much. Just give them good organ kick, stimulation of the organ will kick it out on its own. Because there's a lot of hidden energy, unused reserve in that organ, genetic reserve still. Right? So he does not need mercury isotope support for testicles. So we do it. Okay, next layer, we're splitting testicles. And now comes trauma. Okay, comes trauma. So we're gonna do 3 hours after testicles, 360X. Let's just give them, let's say, arnica. Okay, arnica 1M. 1MC. Arnica 1MC. Was stick type of a related accident?
Yeah, I was running with the wheelbarrow, and the wheelbarrow stopped, and the handle hit me right in the testicle.
Let's see. There are 100 ways for a man to have his testicle hit. Okay.
Right.
Well, I can hit myself too.
Yeah.
But you can hit it with a soccer ball. You can get it with a hockey puck. You can get it hit with, in a street fight. Okay. Someone just hit you with a leg, with a fist, you can have a car accident. You can have many of that. So how did they figure out with a stick? I couldn't figure it out. Subliminal messages at stick. So we said stick. They're quite
That's what it
accurate.
was.
Huh?
That's what it was.
Yeah. A piece of wood. I had a tragic case of I think I covered that in one of the webinars of a 19-year-old girl who She probably might have not died had she listened to me, but who knows. But she did die, unfortunately, because even though she would come for treatments here and there, but she would listen more to oncologists than to me. And I never said stop oncological treatments. I just try to convey to her and her mother that there are limitations to that treatment, and there are certain advantages to do that treatment, and there are certain advantages to this treatment, and that's how I advise you to combine both advantages. But they get impressed with big names. My oncologist, professor, and such institution, Sloan Catering, the other center, he said this. So he said this, so what? It means they cured all the cancer patients. They have very low, particularly she had cancer where mortality rate is particularly high. So anyway, she had liver cancer, original liver cancer. And number one is they found heavy metals in the liver, mercury. And two, I found trauma in the liver. Okay, that's how it started. The trauma to the liver embedded mercury in there and some other chemicals that I don't remember. It was 5-6 years ago. And then I asked her, I said, did you have accident, trauma, physical injury to your liver? And she said, yes. And now it happened. And they went on a skiing trip, and that she was skiing, this turn, that turn, high speed, this, that. And somehow she was trying to break and the skiing pole, and she was pushing it off, went into her liver. That was beginning of the cancer. And I'll tell you, just stay away from EMFs. Do this and do that. The protocols with stay away from EMFs. But yet she started kind of doing a little better on this, and then feeling better, and she just took off, and she didn't recognize, and she had metastasis already to the lungs. I mean, it's a practically terminal, very, very severe stage of cancer, practically terminal, where you have zero reserve. If anything is going to get you out of that, everything has to be done perfect. And she decided she just wants to go back, resume her college, move to the city, moved to the city where her college, Manhattan, from Westchester, where she had Mammon, she was protected, she was making progress. Went to the dorm, moved to the city, within 2 weeks she was dead. Okay, next, so trauma balances, we did arnica. Now we're determining, we are splitting it again. Yeah, splits again. So let's see if there is a lead there too. No. Other heavy metals, yes. And which heavy metal we're expecting in there? Did you listen to the history? Listen to
Mercury. Lead?
Oh, the lead, yeah, the lead too.
this. Lead did not agree.
Okay.
No, no.
Mercury we found already.
Oh, okay.
Lead did not agree. What else was interesting in his history? What did his daddy do?
He's a smoker,
Maybe
so
he was
cadmium.
What was he doing?
Sure.
What he was doing as a daddy?
Secondhand
It was an
Yeah.
healing.
Right.
Okay, what is the largest and carcinogenic metal tobacco smoke carries? Cadmium.
Good.
Yeah, deadly thing for muscular system. The cadmium is also in his testicles. So we're gonna again test this for cadmium 360X plus. Do we need to get cadmium? No. So just repeat test this 360X that we did for what did we did for? Lead. By the way, if you stop into my webinars 2-3 years ago, I talking about testicles, I need to get it published. I have to submit it to some medical peer-reviewed journals on one of my many documented cases where it was a man, 32-year-old, they came with a couple with infertility, right? The guy the husband has practically no sperm, sterile, no healthy sperm left. sperm count very low, and motility were like norm is something 35,000 whatever per cc, and he had something 4,000. Need alternative therapy and doesn't help. Anyway, on this treatment they got them ninefold increase.
Wow.
They got something 35, 36,000 into normal range. Right.
That's amazing.
So this.
Yeah, then they had a baby.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and the baby got a candidate infection, then
Oh.
then yeah.
No, basically I treated the mother too, the wife, and they said, don't have a baby yet, wait, you're too toxic, the baby might be
Oh,
born
right,
sick.
Right.
Sure, so she got somehow upset with me, they thought, because they wanted a baby.
Oh,
And they were
right.
not really that old, only in their 30s. No. So I became a bad guy. And then they disappeared. And they appeared with a baby and sending me photos. Please help us. The baby is 12 days old, 14 days old. We also had a webinar. Covered from head to toe in the most devastating blotches and rash you can think of.
Oh.
Okay, look like a crocodile, some kind of skin. Lethargic and does not eat. And the pediatrician doesn't know what to do with them. The pediatrician, they give ointments, the dermatologist gives the cream, that, steroids, antibiotics, this, the baby's not moving anywhere. So, and I told her, so to say, and she infected the baby was born intoxicated with mercury, intoxicated with parasites, candidiasis, all came from her, because she didn't want to be treated long enough. Okay. Talking about miasms, right?
Yes.
So you know she was heavily miasmatic. She's going to pass it on to the baby. So Hahnemann was 100% correct. So the baby was born with heavy miasm, and then surely he went downhill very fast. Okay, so we're not splitting testicles anymore. At least we're trying, and we can't. All right, so let's move on further. Next, I'm going to say bone marrow, no, lymph. You don't want to overlook bone marrow, lymph. How about like Legend test and something else is there? What else, guys? We just discussed what? We just discussed pituitary, growth hormone. Pituitary ain't working well either. Okay, and your pituitary 360X. And then we're doing it when? We're doing it next weekend after Candida albicans. Pituitary 360X. Again, we don't have to give them any powders, any growth hormones, any amino acids to build muscle, to do this, to do that, or some kind of herbs or other formulas to stimulate sex drives. Go ahead, pull the bullets out, and let the body restore itself. And it knows much better how to do it than I or all of these powders and herbs and drugs and pills. Okay, next thing is lymph. Okay, here's a lot of lymphatic problems because by virtue of the chronic sinus infection, it's a lymphatic problem. So we need to support lymph. So after pituitary, we're going to give them lymph, not very high potency. Lymph 30X. We're afraid he may wash out too much mercury on one hand. On the other hand, he's robust. He doesn't need that much support to start making progress. Okay. Next. Adrenals, no. Hypothalamus, no. Bone marrow, right? He's already marked man, right? With the bone marrow. That we found it, okay. But now we already have 2 weekends stuffed with remedies. So we need to open up 3rd weekend for him. All right, so 5 days break after the 2nd weekend. After the 2nd working weekend, we'll open up with a bone marrow. Be careful, bone marrow can puke out a lot of stuff. 60x is the maximum I can tolerate. So we're marking first weekend 2 days no EMF, second weekend 2 days no EMF, third weekend 2 days no EMF. Now we're not really, I cannot match bone marrow with any ISO or nose or because it looks like whatever we have found is taking care of it anyway. Lead, mercury, cadmium, and so it just needs support for bone marrow, okay, to kick things out and not to receive more poisons.
Right.
So for that purpose, we need to strengthen bone marrow. Okay. Next. So he keeps coming up for more, right? Sorry. Let's say what else he could use. Go to hypothalamus, adrenals, thyroid. Oh, sinuses, right? Sinuses, head 2. Head 2 balances it. Nasal mucosa, no. Frontal sinus, no. Maxillary sinus, no. So we'll just leave head 2 in here. Okay, that whole sinus here area, and see which infection he has. Let's go first to bacterial infection now. Well, that means he has fungal infection. Yeah. Fungal infection, is it Candida albicans? No. Candida tropicalis? No. Maybe more molds. Candida parapsyphilis? No. We have also get Candida, used to have Candida glaucata. Aspergilla. Aspergillosis. No, hold on. Yeah, aspergillosis. Often part of all these pollens, wet leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're allergic to them?
Yes.
Yeah, he's talking. Listen to the guy.
Right.
So we need to give him aspergilla, what potency? 120x. Next day after bone marrow. Aspergilla, 120x. Okay, now what we're doing, we're splitting. There could be another reason, right? If someone had chronic problem, they're going to have it due to just aspergilla, okay, or some bacterial while. They're going to be layers. Right? Splits, fungus mold, no bones, no bacterial infection, yes. What is the most common cause of, you're going to get with your pernicious kit, infectious disease manual. Okay, most common cause of bacterial infection of sinuses is what? Which bacteria?
Strep P or Haemophilus?
Huh?
Or is it Strep P or Haemophilus, Strep pneumonia or Haemophilus or Strep A?
Haemophilus influenza.
Haemophilus.
Haemophilus H influenza 360X. Did they ever culture your sinus infections, or they were just treating it empirically with antibiotics?
I think I ran a culture one time, and I can't remember, Klebsiella, it was either H. Haemophilus or Klebsiella, or maybe
The
both.
chances are both, yeah. Often in these long-standing infections, you're going to find on top H. influenza and deeper, often Pseudomonas or Klebsiella, particularly those with the grain pus. Sometimes even staph, when they have a lot of antibiotics, leads to Candida and staph infection. Candida leads to staph infections. All right, we're splitting it again. It splits. Let's go to Pseudomonas. Pseudomonas, no. Let's go to Klebsiella, no. Is it bacterial infection? No. Often all the sinus infections start with what? They often start with viral infections. So he had viral infection there. Just influenza, probably long standing. Alright, looks like we have to open another sheet. Okay, let's try to split it again. Splits. Bacterial, no. Let's see, another viral, no. Fungal, no. Mold, no, you already got one mold. Could be more mold, of course, but from my humble experience, we go to house dust, and he needs also house dust is messing him up. You react to dust?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll be opening up fourth weekend for you. You're lucky we have so many openings for you.
That's great.
Yeah. I was afraid we would run out of openings, but we still have openings for you. Okay, and then what did I say we got? House dust. House dust, 360X. There's no harm in putting house dust, so I'm getting good potency. Okay, and we're doing what? We're still splitting it. Oh, thank God, stop splitting. So we can travel further now. What else is around? Still, we'll go to endocrine system. Maybe it needs more endocrine organs problems.
It's had memory impairment.
Oh
It's
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
hippocampus
Good point. Yeah, memory. So go to head one.
or frontal
Head
lobe.
one balances it by my touching it. Go to frontal lobe. Right, see the memory. Frontal lobe balances it. So next day after house dust, we're gonna go frontal lobe 360X. So he has mercury sitting there and lead there. Frontal lobe 360X. All right, and then next stressed organ.
He was having to take melatonin for sleep, potentially.
Right, so we need to then check his what?
Pineal.
Correct. So let's go after it. Also, when people don't get healthy sleep, enough sleep, their cognitive function will also suffer, and may also affect memory, among other things. Yeah, pineal gets balanced. There's mercury there. 12, pineal, 360X. See if after this treatment sometime, maybe you can feel it, maybe melatonin becomes too strong or you reduce it. You should also get Memon for your house, because I'm sure you might have a lot to do with sleep, because our pineal works on these electric rhythms. Alright? So if you have external electricity which is more powerful, that confuses these rhythms, ain't gonna help you sleep. Or health in general. Okay, so next doesn't split. Okay, next stress organ. Hypothalamus, adrenals, no. What else did he say he used to have, but now he doesn't have it?
Still some dry eyes, which he blamed on
Well,
contacts.
see, all this thing we're finding
Yeah.
is the small intestine can straighten it
All
out.
related.
It's not that she's not absorbing protein. He may not be absorbing also fatty acids.
Right.
Just lubricate things. All right. What did he say he used to have in the past and now it's gone? It was gone rather through artificial means. He used to feel chilly, right?
Yes.
What is that? That's thyroid.
Yeah.
Okay. So he no longer feels chilly, but the bullet and the problem remains. So the symptoms were covered up, somehow compensated, made better. But the problem remains. The organ still malfunctions. Okay, so he's thyroid. Thyroid was also pointed poison with mercury and lead. Now we're going through the remaining stress filters. Okay, now the last stress filter, right? We're trying to split, see if we overlooked something. It does not split. Let's see.
So if you use a stress or a degenerative and it doesn't,
Last stress.
or just on the
organ.
last one,
Yeah.
then you check.
We
if
already
it's-
checked it and
Okay.
it is not as stressed. Now when I split it kind of stress, the stressed organ last stress.
So you're not splitting a tissue, you're just splitting that stress level.
Yeah, to see if there is some kind of underlying weakness, more subtle that we will. Because again, as the body is sensing that we address so many problems, okay, many problems, it can start hiding the rest of them, kind of say, yeah, okay, I can kind of live with the rest of it, but we don't want to live with the rest of it. If something is missing, we need to address it.
So that's what you call revealing concealed. That's what that is.
Right. All right, so last stressed organ we cannot split, and then we go for total body, right? Make sure we're not missing something there, and the answer is yes, something is we are missing. So total body wants us to balance it with hypothalamus, right? Because don't forget the energy, vitality, big problem. Maybe you don't want just organ or reason involved, okay, and not just pituitary, and more than just mucosa and more infections. Hypothalamus all needs support. So let's give it to them that last fourth weekend number 4. 2 hours after thyroid, we're going to give them hypothalamus 360X, but then the treatment becomes too long. The treatment becomes like 16-hour, you would need 16-hour day to complete it. So see if we can shrink a little bit time interval, let's say between first remedy frontal lobe and second pineal, we have 12-hour delay. So if we can shrink it by 2 hours, it's not ideal, but again, our lifestyle is not ideal. Is to go to work on Monday.
Right.
And after the 2 hours, after the 2 hours, okay, that's good. And now we'll try to do what? We'll try to split total body again to see if there is another, still another organ that may need support. And the answer is yes. And the answer, I'm sorry, the answer is no, thank God. No. So at least we have a chance to have lunch today. And then all we need to do is subliminally determine the follow-up. Roughly she should have. Again, the treatment will be working over time. It doesn't, the action of homeopathic remedy does not end with your last drop.
Right.
Okay. It can roll and roll for another, who knows, weeks, even months.
Now, Dr. Yurkowski, is this something, so the weekend after Thanksgiving and the following weekend I need to be pretty functional, so should I wait to start this until after
No,
that
if anything
time?
can make you more functional.
Okay. That's,
Are you going to check if he needs gland support or anything?
Which one?
Any gland support?
Yeah, we're about
Oh.
14 days. Wait, this is 14 day. So let's say that. So for glands, particularly, we give him a lot of infectious isodes, okay, the candidas, parasites. So if he needs thymus, hemoflex, he needs immunity. Blink immunity, please. Elijah! Oh, Dr. Pickle, do me a favor, take over
Oh, sure.
the machine. Please, yeah. Save it for future generations. Yeah. So we're gonna test now immunity. And verbs once. Yeah, okay. And we'll start it when he starts Diania as G. Yeah, okay.
CF support.
Yeah. Oh, CF support, not a bad idea, no.
What is that?
No, it's for adrenals. It's in your manual, testing manual. Okay. So immunity needs 10 drops to take along with Diania's G when he starts the treatment, and after that continue immunity 5 drops 3 times a week. And then 5. 3. Okay. Oh, you're right here. Refrigerate. Okay, and any other glandulars, let's say hypothalamus, hypothalamics, adrenals, adrenal cortex. I usually find that the less supplements the body needs, the better is the treatment. So I'm not big on the pills. The deeper the treatment is, because the body is sensing, no, if you pull these bullets out, my organs are going to function much better. I don't need all this. This pill, that pill. Okay, maybe he needs some kind of a colon cleanser because he might be releasing mercury. Okay, yeah, chlorophyll complex he may need. Right.
I think you already
Don't
said
take
that.
your own chlorophyll. It could have mercury. It's not a safe thing to
What do
take.
you say? Is standard
Which one
process?
is it?
Standard process?
Yeah, but it's not, oh, there, I got that one. I take Cataplex B for B.
No, that's not cataplex. It's
Right.
chlorophyll.
Right.
Okay, and maybe sometimes they use the fiber formula. No, that's all he needs. Now, since he's depleted vitamins, minerals, does he need more? Some multi-minerals, multivitamins? No. Okay. Okay, you're almost healed. Rise, Lazarus, rise.
Fantastic. Thank
Okay,
you.
you're the
Wonderful. So I can, if you don't think
guy. So
that
wait,
will
you shut
be,
it off now.
When's his follow-up visit?
14 days.
you don't think that'll be too tiring or debilitating?
14 days after he finishes the last one, right?
Yeah. But see, on the other hand, you're also running a risk again not studying it and waiting, because you cannot make an agreement or contract with this thing is sitting in you that they won't start shifting around or get worse or drain you more. So therefore, by not doing the treatment, you're not necessarily preserving your lifestyle. You're kind of gambling with it. All right, guys, let's do this. What time is it now? 20 minutes to 1. So let's take a lunch break. So we'll reconvene about 20 minutes off food, right?
Thank you very much, Kay.
So we'll be in touch. We'll follow up. And did you